And I'm going to ask everyone to pin my screen with the white sheet of paper. Okay. Now, today we're going to set up our picture vertically. So long ways. It's also called portrait. And I know you guys saw the picture for today. And I just want to make sure Vivian's with us. Hey, Vivian, you there? Okay, cool. All right. So we're going to start the drawing part. We're going to be making our flamingo. Today is special because this project is a little different. We're going to be working in a more painterly style. All right. And I'll explain what that is as class goes on. So to start, in the bottom left area of your screen, what you're going to be doing, it's less than halfway down. It's about here. What I'm going to do is make a big bump. I just want you to see it doesn't go to the end of the page. So you guys should work with pencil first and then trace. And then just give me a thumbs up when you have that. Okay, cool, Vivian. Oh, Violet's here. Hey, Violet. Let me just get her kind of oriented. Hey, Violet. We literally just started a second ago. This squiggle is all we've done so far. You haven't missed anything. And we're working with the same supplies as usual. So we're starting just with our pencil, and then we're going to go over our lines later with our Sharpie marker. Okay, so if you can just go ahead and make our first line, and we're working long ways, so vertical, or it's also called portrait. And then once you have that, Violet, if you can just give me a thumbs up, this way I can make sure you're with us. Okay, cool, Violet. All right, coming back to my picture here. Sorry, I have them on my screen. Okay. So what's going to happen now, we're kind of setting up for the neck. That's going to be like the top of the head. So this comes all the way towards the top of the picture. That's our shape so far. And once you have that, and don't be afraid to go big. Once you have that, just give me your thumbs up. Okay, cool, Violet. No technical difficulties this week. Last week was a mess. We didn't have proper internet in the studio, so I'm back at home with my regular computer, good old tried and true. And you know what? I figured out how to do the toggle thing that I was having trouble with, so I'm learning. Okay, everyone ready? We'll move on? Okay, so this is gonna be the beak, and it's gonna continue it so you can see. So this is the shape that I'm working with. I'll just kind of, you don't have to draw this yet, but I just want to show you. Yeah, you might as well. And just let me know when you have that. How are you guys doing, Ben and Nico? Good. And how you doing, Viv? Good. Are you guys ready for me to move on, or are you still working? Okay, I'll give you guys a minute. That's why I always ask. Can you tell what my daughter's watching in the background? She's watching Moana. I don't know if you hear Maui and all the songs. Anyone ready? I'm just going to show you what to do with the neck. And when you're ready, you can join in. So it just follows along with the curve that you made before. It's very swan-like. And today our line work's not going to be as important. We're not going to go back and outline like we normally would. We're going to be working in a little bit of a different way, a little bit painterly. What it means is that we're going to spend more time painting than drawing today. And we're going to learn some new techniques. We're going to be painting really, really thick, which is fun. Just let me know where you guys are at. Okay, Diego's here. Add him. Hey, Diego. Diego, we really just started. So we're working long ways, also called vertical. Sometimes we call it portrait. Okay. And I've just been showing everyone how to draw our flamingo. So Diego, I'd like to help you catch up. I'm looking around. So Diego, we're going to be working with pencil first. This way you guys can make erasures and get it the way you want it. I just want to make sure you're with me, Diego. If you want to give me like a thumbs up. Cool, Diego. I want to make sure I'm not moving too fast also. For the friends that have been here, I'm going to start showing you guys how to draw our plants. So Diego, if you just want to focus on drawing the flamingo first and just look at the big shapes that you see. When I was drawing her, I started with this. I started with just like this bump that started kind of towards the bottom of the page. And the neck just kind of follows. You start with like your neck and then work on the face.
Mommy,
hey, Jackie.
can I do this?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm coming back to our picture. So I'm going to show you guys some of the plants that we're going to be doing. So there are plants behind the flamingo. So I'll just show you. This is going to be a plant that I'm making here. So we don't go through the neck. We're going to catch up behind it. I'll just show you. So this is a big giant leaf. Flamingos live in tropical places with warm weather. All right, so here's one of our leaves. We can draw like some of the lines for the leaf. Not that we're not going to necessarily keep these lines, but we're going to draw them. And then this is all going to be another leaf over here. In fact, okay, I have it coming up behind. Imagine where this line would end up. Probably around here. Should draw some lines in there. The lines could get a little confusing because you're looking at this one too. Just do your best.
It's a necklace, Mom. It's a necklace.
You have to put the beads on it.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Good. Ben and Nico, are you working on your leaves? Okay. Diego, how are you doing with your flamingo? I always want to call it a fafingo because that's what my 4-year-old calls them. And I don't want her to stop calling them fafingos because it's just so cute. All right, we have a couple more leaves up towards the top. So I'm just going to start to draw them out. You can change the shapes of your leaves and make them your own, but I'll just show you approximately where you might want to put your leaves so that your composition comes out nice. Composition is how we lay out our picture, where we place things. Believe it or not, composition is a lot of what makes a picture appealing to the eye. So you could be very talented and be a wonderful drawer or draftsman, but if your composition's off, it's going to make your picture less interesting. So we're learning a little bit about that in this class. Without even really teaching you about it, you're learning it just from doing these paintings with me every week. So we have these leaves here, and then there's another small set. I'll just show you. Do a little bit of overlapping. You can make your leaves as stylish as you want. But the drawing part this week is a little bit more simple than what we've been doing. It's going to be more about the painting. And that's actually all the drawing I'm going to do. So again, you can change your leaves. You can make them your own. I encourage you to do so. And I'm just watching you guys to see where you're at. Before we move on to painting, I want to just check in and see your drawings. A couple of you guys have your videos off, and that's fine. But just for a moment, I would want to see where you're at. And of course, once you're done, let me see, Ben. Hold on. Okay. Oh, let me see. Oh, good, good, good. So you're ready to go ahead and use your Sharpie and trace, okay? So go ahead. Yep. And let me see yours. You're Nico, right? Okay. And Ben, let me see yours. All right, looking good. So you could just finish up your leaves, and whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like you've done as much as you want to do, you can go ahead and start sharpieing. Okay, let me see Diego and Adriana. Let me see Adriana. Adriana, can you get a little closer? It's hard for me to see. Okay, perfect. Now I can see it. Yes, you're ready to Sharpie. And Vivian, let me see. Looks like you're also ready to Sharpie. That's perfect. Violet, would you like to show me where you're at? It's okay if you're behind. You stepped in a little bit late, so it's no big deal. Ooh, nice. I didn't get to see everything though. I just saw the leaves for like a second. Do you want to move around your picture? Oh, good. Oh, you caught up really nicely. Perfect. And always take your time. So when you're ready, you're also ready to Sharpie. Give you guys a couple minutes here, and then we'll set up our palette together. Andrew's on vacation this week. No, Becky. No, Jillian. And no Rose. I'm just putting down my tripod. I've been holding it. Getting a little heavy. Do you need to make a knot?
Yeah, but I did not look like curly.
Oh.
See? And then it was sticky frame. You try to make it into knot. There you go.
You just need this. That's a knot. And now you can place these on.
They were just got getting off.
One verse now. Okay, I'm looking around. Is anyone finished tracing? Vivian. Again, I'm never trying to rush you guys. Just want to make sure I'm working at a good pace for everyone. We should set up our paints together because it's a little different this week. I think you guys are ready for it. It's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. You guys look like you're ready for a challenge. And Violet, how are you doing? And Diego and Adriana. Okay, cool. Diego and Adriana are doing well. Give you guys another minute to finish up your tracing. So if you're all done, you can take a bathroom break if you need or get some water. And in 1 minute, we'll start setting up our palette together. I'll let you know the paint colors that you're going to need. So if you're ready to start, we're not actually setting up yet, but if you're ready to start gathering your paints, you're going to want a nice red. Okay. You're going to need a blue. Like I'm using this dark blue. Whatever blue you have is fine. Okay. Going to need some white. Going to need some black. This is the black I'm using today. You're going to need some yellow. And you're going to want some green. And if you have it, you might want the tiniest bit of orange. You can probably find a use for it in this painting. So, and that's really it. So just looking around, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to start setting up your paints. Cool. All right, I'm gonna move over my tripod. So you guys know me. I like to put my white and my black in the center. I do like a circle. Just need a little bit of black. So that's my black. Good amount of white today. And now I'm going to set up the other colors in a circle. And I like to go in color order. Just a tiny bit of orange. You don't need a lot. Good amount of yellow. And we'll need some green. I'm trying to open it. Stuck. Here we are. Maybe like 2 things of green. We have a lot of green to do. So I'm going around in a circle. Got a dark blue. It's going to be hard to see. It's going to look like black, but it's actually blue. So you see I'm going in a circle around my white and my black. I think it's going to be like a semicircle. I got my red. My red is a little bit dry. You know, I'm actually going to grab a different red. This red is too dry for me to use. It's good for the garbage. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang on. Here I am. Got one that works. Yeah, sometimes you can reactivate your dry colors, but that one was just really dry. So it's probably not going to work out. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull away so you can see my colors. So I have white. I have like double the amount of white. Then I have my black. Here's my red. Here's that dry red. I'm not using that one. Orange, just a little tiny bit. Yellow, green. I did like double the amount of green here. And blue. That's blue right here. All right. So I'm going to step back up on my picture. We're gonna be doing our flamingo first, and I'm gonna show you how. There's a whole lot to this. We're gonna be working in layers, so you're gonna wanna really follow along with me. Okay, just fixing the computer. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to mix your very first color. How about you guys, Diego and Adriana? Just looking for a thumbs up. Good, okay. So here's what I'm gonna be doing. If you look at the picture with my face, I'll show you how to mix the color. So you want a big scoop of white and a little bit of red, tiny bit of yellow. So mostly white, a little bit of red, tiny bit of yellow. I'm gonna add in a little more yellow. It makes it a little bit more on the peachy side. I'm even gonna do a little more. Or you can go as far as adding a little bit of your orange into it. So it's like a peachy pink. Not too orange though. I'm also gonna add a little bit more white to mine. I'm gonna go lighter because we're gonna be building up layers and we'll be building up our color and making it darker, darker. So we're gonna start with the lightest color. So you'll understand why in a few minutes. Don't worry if right now you're like, why do we have to put so much white? Why does that have to be so light? Just trust me if you can. So it's pretty light. You guys are welcome to show me your color before we start painting too, if you'd like to. Good, 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 good. That's perfect, Nico. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to use this color. I'm going to bring my picture back on the page. Okay, so what we're going to do first, remember it's talking about doing layers. First layer, what we're going to do is we're going to paint completely inside of our flamingo shape with this light pink that we mixed. Remember that water is going to make your paint more fluid. I'm working fast. You guys can work slow. I just like to show you where we're going so that you know. So the whole flamingo is going to be this color. And what's going to happen is once we're finished painting our flamingo this color, we're going to let him dry. We're actually going to move to other parts of the painting, and then we're going to come back to the flamingo and do a second coat with different colors. So that's my strategy. It's good to have a strategy in your paintings. Just basically a plan. Doesn't need to be written out. Just needs to be in your head. The brush I'm using is pretty thin, but if you want to, you can do it the way we've been, where you use a bigger brush to block in colors and then a skinny brush for your details. Don't worry if you go outside of the lines. The lines aren't that important this week. And you can also fix things up as you're painting. I just fixed up the shape of my flamingo's neck. I wasn't happy with how I drew it. I do that all the time. I'm always fixing things up as I go. And you can too. I'm gonna paint right over this. I can still see my lines underneath. The tip's gonna be black, so we can do that later. I'm so proud of my 4-year-old right now because she's watching Moana and we're at the part with Te Ka and she's not running away. She's actually watching it. This is a big deal. That Te Ka is pretty scary. So I'll show you where I'm at. So you're just really blocking in the color and making it very opaque. That means you can't see through it. Translucent is semi-see-through. Transparent is completely see-through, like glass. You guys have probably learned that in school, but I'm just teaching you about how it applies to art and our painting. Some paints are meant to be translucent, like watercolor paint is meant to be used in a more translucent way. Acrylic paint can be used just like watercolor. It's actually a chameleon paint. So that's what you guys are using, acrylic paint. Acrylic paint's new. So the first paints that were around were oil paints, and watercolor came later. Acrylic is fairly new. It's probably around 100 years old. It's actually a plastic base. Yeah, so like polymer. And you can use it like watercolor, and you can also use it like oil paint. So it can be used in both ways depending on how you use it. So that's a fun thing about it. And it's easy to clean up. Oil paint traditionally is very difficult to clean up. You need paint thinners and all sorts of materials, and it stinks. So that's a benefit of using our acrylic. Nico, you all finished? You guys want to show me? I'd love to take a peek and see where you guys are all at. All right, I'm just gonna make you guys big really quick. Okay, perfect, Ben and Nico. Awesome. You guys are both right on track. Vivian, perfect. Diego and Adriana, can I check out where you guys are at? Oh, good. You guys are right with me. And what about Diego? Awesome. And Violet, would you like to show me? Oh, great. Okay, it looks like you're finishing up. Perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna start showing you guys how to mix our next color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pin my screen with my face for a minute because I'm gonna show you up here. All right. So you're gonna want to wash your brush really, really, really well. Make sure you get all the pink out of it. And I'm actually going to exit full screen really quick because I have my picture on the desktop. That's what I'm using. Okay, here I am. So big scoop of white. That's my big scoop of white. And also a scoop of blue. And you can put a little bit of yellow in there, just a little bit. So it's kind of like a light aqua blue. I'm actually going to add more white to this. What I have to do is put more white on my picture here. Hang on. I mean on my palette. I ran out of white. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with you. This is a little too dark. I gotta lighten it up. Okay. Here I am. I'm gonna put a big old scoop of white in there. It's important to get this one lighter because otherwise its color is gonna compete too much with our flamingo. So it's important to keep it lighter. I'm even gonna make it even lighter. That's nice. Just like that. Need a touch more yellow. You guys can play with varying levels of yellow and blue. You don't want it to turn fully green. There is a lot of green in this painting, but if you do too green with this, it's going to compete with the greenery. So it's this like delicate balance. Okay, I'm going to bring us back to the other screen. And I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, here we are with our flamingo. I'm just moving this. So we're going to paint the entire background with this light blue, except for our greenery. Take your time. No rush. You go right up to the edge. You can leave your edge a little rough and then use your thin brush. It's up to you. So like over here, I'm going to use my thin brush in a minute. I'm not even going to attempt with this one because I won't be able to get the detail that I need. Jack, do you need me to change the show?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
I watched the whole thing and now it's the end.
I'm very proud of you.
But I wasn't scared of it.
That's right. You're a big girl.
Did you didn't see me? You didn't see me run wide?
Where you want Frozen 2? Lilo and Stitch, maybe?
Okay.
Back with you guys. Move my camera. I like having this board underneath because I can paint right onto it. It's easier than having to sponge my mess after. And you can use this paint in a very thick way today. That's part of our process of what we're learning. So we're painting in a painterly way. And we haven't even really started that yet. I haven't even really explained what that is yet. So we're going to learn that in this class. I'm going to grab my thin brush. I'll just let you guys know also, I posted our fall classes. They're all online now. We have a lot of really good stuff. We're probably going to have some virtual again too. I haven't posted that yet.
Get my necklace. Still needs a lot of more. Look at my necklace.
Let me see. Oh, beautiful work. Wasn't there a big pendant that you could put on it too?
I need more. I need more tiny things.
You need more beads.
I need more beads. How about my star beads can work?
They can. I don't know where they are though.
But they're in the bead box.
If you can find them, you can use them.
First, I have to move that thing out of the way. I need it.
So now I'm getting close to my shapes. Hey guys, I want to show you how I'm going to get painterly. So I'm going to bring you guys back to my screen. I know you're probably not where I'm at, but I just want to show you some interesting options that you guys can do. So I have my pile of light blue. What I can do is mix a little bit of dark blue in it and make a darker blue. Okay. And you have to do this while your painting's wet. That's part of being painterly. So we're going to come back to our flamingo. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to add the darker blue around. And it's going to create interesting shadow. We got that there. It's going to make your picture really, really, really interesting. Right now, it doesn't look like much, and you're going to say, that's weird. Why am I doing this? But when you look at this later, you're definitely going to understand. So I'm just adding elements of this darker blue around. So just kind of putting it in different places. You just pick a few different places in your picture. And what I'm also going to do is mix my original light blue with it a little bit. Just a little bit. So it doesn't look so stark. So we do this while it's wet. And it's just being very, very playful. So here's that darker blue around his neck. So there it is. We'll put more dark blue around. Let's find some more fun spots to put. Okay, we got this over here. So that's looking very dark and very choppy. Move it. There we are. So again, what I'm going to do now is after I put it in the dark, I'm going to put a little bit more of the light in there. And just kind of mix it in so you can see the paint strokes. And this is just a fun, playful effect. So this is being painterly. So I'm going to put some more over here too. And remember, try to have a playful attitude about this. So here's that really dark blue. And I mix in my lighter blue with it. And just kind of bring these little strokes around. And you can play, you can make them swirly, whatever you feel like doing. There's no wrong way to do this. As long as you're having fun, you know, you're doing it right. So you can pick a few spots around. Just being ultra playful. Put some up here too. Now I'm going to mix in my lighter blue with it. When you're doing this part, you do have to work a little quickly because if your paint dries, you're not going to get the same effect. So you have to do it while it's wet. And there's also other ways to achieve this painterly effect. This is just one of many. So if you learn this a different way from someone else, they're not wrong, I'm not wrong. There's just different ways to achieve this. And what you can even do is add more white into your light color and make some lighter areas. So here's a little bit of a lighter blue that I just mixed with the blue I already had. I just added a little bit more white to it. Just give yourself permission here to be very playful. We're missing Gabe today too. Okay. I think I'm almost done. And I'm going to check in with you guys. See where you're at. You guys can take more time with this. I'll show you really quick my whole picture. So this is where I'm at. And I'm going to come back to you guys. Checking in. Can you guys turn your cameras around for a second so I can see? All right, Ben and Nico. Hold on, I'm just going to make you guys big. Hold on. Keep holding it up. Don't stop. I'm trying to pin you. Okay, cool. Wait, so hold it up. Can both of you guys hold it up? Awesome. Oh, this looks so good. So fun. And you know what I really like is that you guys have different blues. You guys mix different blues from each other. That's nice. That's personal voice. Very good. All right, let me just check in with Violet really quick. Very nice. Violet, do you have your own vision again, maybe chopping the bottom of your picture? Like maybe changing the shape of it? Because you can do things like that. I think I
No,
had
I think-
featured you last week.
I think it's because I drew it too small.
Okay. Though that's not a big deal because you can chop the bottom of your picture. So you just work with it, right? I've had the same experience where I've drawn something too small. You can just do that. So no sweat. Looking great. Okay, Vivian, can I check in with you? Looking, oh, I guess you're doing the same thing. You're gonna chop the top. Awesome. And then Diego and Adriana, just want to check in with you guys. Make sure we're all on the same page. We're gonna be moving on to the plants really soon. Did you guys want to show me your picture? You don't have to. All right. You know what? So I'm gonna do another demonstration. So I'm gonna have you guys pin my screen with my face. And I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna start our leaves. There's many different greens in the leaves, but what we're gonna do first is make a base color that we're gonna paint all the leaves. And then we're gonna add those fun variations later on. So here I am. So this is my dark green here. So we're gonna start with a pale green that we mixed together. So I just took a scoop of my green. I'm gonna take a scoop of white. Sorry, my colors are running a little bit. Okay, here we go. So I'm mixing a nice lighter, paler green. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow to it. So it's like a yellowy green. But just keep it light. We're gonna add darker colors to it later when we do our layering and our overlapping. You just wanna start with a nice light green. All of your plant life, you're gonna go ahead and paint it in. And then when we're done with this, we're gonna come back to our flamingo, which I keep wanting to call a fafingo because of my 4-year-old. It's okay if you lose your lines. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Let me move it. There we go. Play, play, play. It's gonna get really fun after this. I don't know if you guys know this, but I look forward to doing these projects as much as you guys do. This is also my art time. I don't get to paint as much as I'd like to right now because we're in our busy season. In our off seasons, that's when I get a lot of my painting done. The kind of painting that I like to do is called plein air painting. So what I do is I set up my canvas and my paints and my easel, and I bring it to locations. So I always choose beaches, parks, any place outdoors, and I just set up and I'll spend the day there painting just what I see. So that's called plein air painting. It's a different way of painting. And you guys could do that right in your backyard. Now my picture's upside down. Sometimes I like to turn my picture upside down while I'm painting. It helps me to focus on a spot a little more. I have a feeling that these are going to be framers. All of you guys have been doing great work this whole series so far. And again, I'm kind of losing my lines. No big deal. After this, we're going to start adding details and a lot more painterly elements. So once you're done painting inside of your greenery, you can look around your painting, see if any areas need fixing. I see a few on mine. Any area where I can see the lines too much, I'm kind of painting over. Any area that's translucent, semi-see-through, I'm painting over. See an area of the blue that I want to fix. So you guys can go around and fix things. No trouble in doing that. It's going to help your picture. Just don't go too eraser crazy or too crazy. What you have probably looks great, but there's always little areas that you might want to touch up. And it's also hard to see. It's hard to see how things are going to come out when you're halfway through. So there is a lot of trust involved. Just show you where I'm at with mine so far. So right now, it's just blotted in. That's all. And you know what I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm going to paint the black for the beak. And I'm going to paint some of the detail stuff. So you guys can join me with that whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like it. Don't feel any kind of pressure to work fast or anything. Just do your thing. We do have plenty of time. Paint in the beak. And I'm going to paint my mouth or just a little line. Show you what I'm talking about. And I'm also going to paint around the eyeball because we kind of lost that. That's really it. Wait, you see what we're going to do next, though. I'm just going to check in with you guys. Guys all look like you're busy working hard. That's great. How you doing, Ben? You still working? All done? Nico, you too? Can I see really quick? Hold on. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. Oh, those look so great. I just have this like bar on my screen that's saying things. Awesome. Love them. Anyone else want to show me where they're at? Okay, Vivian. Looking good. All right. How about Violet? Oh, looking good. Awesome. Checking in again with Diego and Adriana. You guys want to show me? Hold on. There you are. Oh, beautiful. How about Diego? All right, perfect. You guys are doing so good. All right, we're ready for the fancy stuff. So I'm gonna bring you guys to the screen with my face. Here I am, hi. Okay, I'm coming back to the pink that I made earlier. We're gonna be working on our flamingo. I'm gonna show you the colors to mix, and I'm gonna show you some different brush strokes. I need more white again, so I'm gonna pour some more white out. I think it's better to pour less than you think you need. And this way, if you end up needing more, you can just pour it out. But if you pour out too much, you end up wasting your paint. So I just try to help you guys avoid wasting your paints. It's always a sad thing. Oh my goodness, I put my paintbrush in my drink. Guys, be careful. I just grabbed this paintbrush from my lemonade that I was drinking. Hope I didn't drink it after the paint was in it. Okay, so here I am. I've got that pink that I mixed earlier. You probably do as well. If that color is still good and activated, you can start there. What you're going to do is put another scoop of red in it. And you're also going to put a little scoop of orange in it. And how about some yellow? I'm going to add a little bit more white to it. Should be similar to the color that you mixed before, but just darker. It's like a darker version of it. Add a little more down. So it should be darker. Like the same color, but darker. Okay, so that's the color we're starting with here. And I'm gonna go ahead and pin my other screen. Coming back. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold my tripod while I'm painting. My cat came to join me. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my medium brush. And what I'm gonna do is paint some area of the dark. Now, that looks very stark and choppy. Do you guys remember what we did before with the blue? So what we're going to do is we're going to mix that lighter color in with it. You might have to remix your lighter color. It's okay if you have quite a few different pinks going on. Do you see what I did there? I'm just playing with these brush strokes, and it's making it look like feathers. You can just get really playful here. All right, there's an area that seems to be an even lighter pink. So I added a little bit more white to my color. And yours does not have to look just like mine. Make yours your own. Please feel the freedom to play. And understand that you're learning a new technique. Your first time doing something, it's not going to be the best time you ever do it. You have a good time while you do it, but every time that you work with these techniques, you're going to get better. So this is working in a painterly way. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to use my lighter color, my lighter pink that I mixed. And it seems to me that the bottom feathers are lighter. There's no wrong way to do this. I would say the only wrong thing to do is not try. You can put in a little bit darker pink again. You probably have like 3 different pinks mixed. I do anyway. Whatever you have is fine. So you're using your brush to paint the feathers, basically. Now it's really starting to look like something. So the area above the whiter part is going to be that darker color, but I'm going to show you the way. So just check out what I do here. So again, it's being playful with your brush strokes. The top of your flamingo is overall darker. I dropped a little water on my picture. It's no big deal, I just blended it. So you can add a hint of the lighter color up here too and play with your brush strokes. Add a couple of little lighter ones just for some variation. You can play with how you do your brush stroke too. Remember, a playful attitude is the winning attitude in a picture like this. Also, the front of his beak is lighter. I'm going to come back here and fix that up. There's also some of that lighter color around his head, according to the picture that I'm working from. I mean, this is from another painting. As I'm doing this, I'm kind of also fixing the shape of his head. Another example of how you can fix a mess up while you're painting. And mess ups are no big deal. I have them all the time. As an artist, get used to it. It's part of the artist painting process. The way to get better at something is to be really, really bad at it for a while. Okay. I don't want to overwork my flamingo. This is where I'm at with mine. To me, he's basically done. Sorry, I'm on my side. Trying to fix him around. Okay, there's a couple of lighter spots that I just want to emphasize around his neck. her neck, his neck. I'm gonna check in on you guys in a minute. Okay. I'm gonna get it fully in the picture. Sorry, there's a huge glare on my painting. I'll just show you some fun options too. And this is just an option. I like giving you guys options. You do not have to take it. Just an option though. If you want to really add to your picture, what you can do is use your real thin brush. I'm gonna mix a lighter, like an even lighter pink. So with that same pink, I'm just gonna move a little bit more white into it for this part. So it's very, very, very light. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of paint some fun shapes with my white. You can really get playful here. Do you see what I'm doing? I'm using like a thin, tiny brush to paint in some details. You don't have to do this. You can put fun shapes. I put a couple hearts. You can write a message. So again, I'm just being very playful, being very silly here. And I think I'll also add some of the white down here. It's not actually white, it's a light pink that I was just mixing with you guys. Let me show you something else. Oh, my cat's on the table here. He's trying to lick my water that I was using for the paint. Like, it's a disaster. Okay, I'll show you something fun. So right around the neck area, and I know I'm upside down, what you can do is add a couple of little shapes. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Getting my paint ready, getting my brush ready. I'm gonna use the darker color red that you mixed, or the pink, I should say. And just use your brush. You make like little dots.
I have to go potty.
Okay, sweetie. So I'm just using my brush to make these fun little dots. A little space in between them. And adding a little tiny bit of that around his neck. Just a little bit. Okay. Gonna check in with you guys. See how everyone's doing. See if I completely lost anyone. Hope not. Okay, I see Nico, but no Ben. You want to show me Do you guys, can you all show me what you have? I think we are probably going to go like a minute or two over. Okay, Vivian. Oh, looking good, Vivian. Oh, perfect. Okay, Ben and Nico, let me see really quick. Oh, nice. They're fun. So fun. Diego and Adriana, let me see really quick. All right, nice variation in your flamingo. Adriana, did you want to show me yours? I know you held it up a second ago. Okay. Is everything all right? Okay. I hope you're not feeling too discouraged. Although it is natural at times to feel discouraged while you're painting. There's nothing wrong with it. It's part of the process. I hope you're not too discouraged. But I feel like sometimes when you feel that way, it gives you strength to keep with it, to stick with it and keep learning and keep spending time with it. Every time that I felt like that in the painting, what I say is I just get right back on my horse and I say, all right, I'm going to keep working at it. I'm not going to just walk away. I'll take a break maybe, but I'm not just going to like give up. So don't give up. All right. The more you stick with it, of course, the better you're going to get. All right. We're going to move on to our leaves. The leaves are the last part, but I do think we're probably going to go a few minutes over. So if you guys want to look up at me here, that pale green that you mixed before, that's going to be our base. What I'm going to do is mix a bit of the dark green in with it and some yellow. So I've got a darker green that I mixed. I think I'll also put some black in it. It's going to make it like a real nice deep kind of green, a little blue. Your color can be totally different than mine. So this is a dark blue that a dark green that I'm mixing. So we have that color. And now I'm even going to make a darker one. So I guess ideally you can have like 4 or 5 different greens that you mix that we're going to be using within our plants. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So you can have fun just mixing piles of different greens I'll show you what I got so far. Got my light green, middle. I have a really dark green here. I think I'll even have a lighter one. So I have one that is lightest over here. So I have 4. I think 4 should be good. You could do this really fast. Don't think too much. Just have some fun. Use whatever colors you have left. I hate waste when it comes to our paint, and there's just so many piles of paint still on here that I haven't used. So I'm kind of just playing and mixing different colors together and seeing what happens. You just want it to be in the blue family. You can even see what happens if you mix a little bit of red in one of your blues. Just be playful. Here's a little bit of red in one of my blues. It makes it kind of a gray color. It's still on the blue side. Play, play, play. Maybe I'll even mix another one. So this is like almost a gray. So I'll just show you what I got. So I have like that mint green that I used before. There's like a middle green over here. There's another middle green that's a little bit more on the blue side. This one's on the gray side. This one is like a deep gray. That's perfect. All right. So this is a part where we're going to work a little quickly. We're still going to probably go a couple minutes over, and it's no big deal. But this is just a real playful part. So we have all the plant life. And remember, there's no wrong way to do this. Okay, this is our first attempt at being painterly in our class. So I'm going to pin my screen. And this is kind of an anything goes part. So really, have some fun with this part. I hope you've been having fun this whole time. Hold on. I'm just bringing up my picture. I know I have a glare on my picture too. All right. I'm going to work with the leaves that are down at the bottom first. And I think this is what I'm going to do. Try to remember which leaves were in front of which, if you can. So if I recall, this leaf to me is kind of like all one. So I just went in and I put my dark green. You don't have to be doing this the same way as me. It's up to you. This is definitely a part where you can add your own voice. I'm mixing in a different green now. Now, you don't have to totally paint over your green from earlier. You can keep it. You can keep it in different spots. It's your base green. So I actually think I'm going to even put some more white. There's no way to do this wrong. So I just mixed like a very, very, very light green. So it's mostly white actually. It's kind of coming in here. Just adding a little bit of variation. Being playful, most importantly. I'm not like washing my brush a lot right now either. I'm kind of just dipping from color to color. So I still have that original green that I mixed underneath everything. I'm just gonna leave it in a few spaces. It's the color that you're gonna see underneath all this. So it is important. Okay, I'm happy with that leaf. All right, so there's also a little bit underneath here. This is like a different leaf. Okay, now this leaf in the back, maybe I'll make him light. So you can really tell he's a different leaf. He, she, whatever. I'm gonna add a little more blue with this one. This is really where you can start finding your artistic voice. Artistic voice takes a long time to develop. It doesn't happen overnight. It's taken me 37 years. I have to say, just from working with you guys, I really think everyone in this group is very talented, and you all have lots of potential in different ways too, which is fun. You're always welcome to email me if you want personal feedback too. I can take a look at the pictures you've been doing from the course. This is an option, up to you. I'm open to it. I'll always write you back. You can email me at the same email address we've been using. So there's that one. And now we just have our leaves that are up towards the top. So again, you can work a little fast here if you like. So my plan here is that I'm working with these little strokes. I'm just stroking in other colors. This is coming out very blue. That's fun. Play, play, play. And again, I have that base color underneath. And I know you guys are probably like, wow, that's where she was going with all these leaves. Like, a lot of times you can't tell until the very end. So it's a lot of fun. So you can just put a lot of paint inside of your paintbrush. And those strokes are what's going to make it look like a leaf. It's going to make it look like the little veins from the leaves. They'll just be there. I'm adding some very dark blue here. Oh, I just realized I'm upside down. There's no way you can tell what I'm seeing, what I'm showing. camera's bizarre. It keeps kind of changing what it's doing. So I'm up at the top of my picture. You can use your little detailing brush to make some of your lines inside your leaf as well. I'm not going to do that. It's totally up to you. Again, you can let some of the green from underneath shine through. Okay, so that one's done. And now we just have this little grouping of leaves that's over here. I wish I could just get this right side up. It's like my camera's just giving me so many issues today. Not as bad as last week though. Last week was a disaster. I felt so bad after that class. And I'm still getting used to using technology with my painting. You know, I'm learning more every week and I'm getting more comfortable every week, just like you guys probably are. But sometimes it can just be really nerve-wracking for me when things go wrong that feel like they're out of my control. So here's my last grouping of leaves. This is just my choice. I'm gonna go in and make the little veins. Oh, I just saw it was off the screen. Almost done here. And I'm gonna check in with you guys, see if anyone needs a hand. You're welcome to work more on this later, and you don't have to be done like right now. But I just want to make sure I'm supporting you enough so that you can finish on your own. So I think I'm still going to add in some more colors here. Being playful again. Okay. I'm really trying to get my picture in the screen. I don't know who's having issues left and right. There I am. So this is what my finished picture came out like. I'm going to set up my tripod quick, and I'm going to check in with you guys. And maybe we can take a little group picture because I like to do that. Okay, I am going to go back to our gallery view. And it's okay if you guys don't want to do a group. We don't have to do it. Can I just see how you guys did? Can you guys turn around your cameras? Oh, Ben. Okay, wait, Ben, I just want to feature you for a second. Ben and Nico, so fun. Make sure you send me these. Send them to me soon so I can go and include you in my posts. They're so beautiful. All right, Vivian, let's go to you. Nice. So you might have a little more detail to do in like your leaves a little bit. It's up to you. I might take, if I were you, I would take 10 more minutes and just maybe just add some more into your leaves and it'll be totally done and it looks awesome. Okay, Diego and Adriana, did you want to show me or it's up to you? Ooh, very nice. So Adriana, I just saw yours for a split second and to me it looked like it was finished, but you're welcome to spend more time on it like Vivian might and add, you know, a little bit more to it. It's always your choice. So you can do that. All right, and just want to check in with Violet. All right, very beautiful, Violet. And again, you might be someone who wants to add more detail. You're welcome to do that. You can come back to it. You can take a break. You can come back in an hour. I'm going to try to send you our video right away in case you need to go back to anything, especially the painterly stuff. You can look back at them anytime. Also on my channel, there's lots of other videos, so you're welcome to do any of them. You have access to them all. All right, so I'm wondering who would be cool with a little screenshot. What do you guys think? Oh, you know what? I gotta come to a gallery view to do that. Can we do that really fast? Like in 5 seconds? Just hold your picture up. All right, ready, guys? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's funny, Diego. All right, I will send you our video in an hour, and I'll see you guys next week, okay? Bye, everyone.